Hello friends, welcome. Come on, let's talk. There is this news that made waves over the weekend in Cameroon concerning this brother, Henry Molinge, who beat up his wife until she had to pass out. I mean, it was just so heartbreaking for me to watch the lady cry, scream as he was choking her, pressing her neck with so much intensity. I almost cried. Anyway, watch the video for yourself.
What kind of girl steals? Everything is you. Every vice a person can have, you have it. I don't even know how I got myself entangled with you. Worst decision of my life. And despite the fact that I try to tolerate, every day you're moving from one. Remove that money. I'm not joking with you.
Okay, calm down. Okay. Calm down. You give me 10,000 Christmas and you how should I take care of your guests?
Who gets married at 20? If my head was in the world when I get married at 20.
How sad. I've known Henry for a very long time, way back since 2012, I think, and I met Henry in a Christian gathering. To tell you the truth, I couldn't imagine that Henry has a mean bone in him. Not only because I met him in a Christian gathering, but because he's also part of the civil society and he interacts with other activists against gender-based violence, and the guy is well traveled, so I didn't expect this from him. Of course, I've also been a fan, if I can use that word, of their marriage. I saw him when he got married in 2021. I was just so happy for the guy and the way he flaunts his wife, he appreciates his wife and all, and his daughter. They have a very beautiful daughter. When I saw it, I was like, what is happening on social media? Once you see these marriages and you believe in them, you're in full support of them, and the next minute what you see really gets you thinking, and I have this to say, not particularly about their case in point, because you know me, I'm not always into who is right, who is wrong. I always feel like everything that happens in life is a learning experience. So I would like us to pick out a few lessons from this whole scenario. The first I want to point out is that when you want to choose a partner, marry someone that will not trigger you negatively. Why am I saying this? I'm not in support of maybe Henry. No, don't get me wrong. I'm saying this because there are some people that even they themselves don't even know that they have a mean side of them. And maybe the partner that they are with, right, will push out certain characters out of them. And now, like commonly, some people say there is a beast in any man. Man, not in the sense of a male. So some people will push you to that limit that the ugly side of you will come out. Rather, marry someone that will bring out the beautifully unique side of you. Number two, marry who will respect you. Whether you're a man or a woman, respect is very important in a union. Love thrives and grows on respect. It's so essential for you to marry who will respect you. First of all, for your self-esteem. Next, for your mental health, your well-being. It's so draining to constantly be in a relationship that you hope to be forever and you're disrespected daily. Number three, couples should always communicate. We always see it. We keep on repeating in our videos that every strong relationship is built on the foundation of communication. Communication is like a very strong pillar in a relationship. Every strong relationship thrives on communication. You can't take it out of a healthy relationship. They say that the fight originated over 30,000 francs. 30,000 francs that the lady saw in his keeping or should I say in his closet, he kept it somewhere, and the lady saw it and picked up the money to use it to cook for her family. So I don't even know if the family was her own side of the family or the family between she, him, and their daughter. So I really don't know much about that, but I feel that if the communication was right, there would have been no need for this. And also, I feel like that reason was just a catalyst to something that was underlying and laying low. What do I say this? Sometimes when you don't communicate, there's what I always say, that pressure builds. Some things are happening in your relationship and you just keep quiet and you just sweep it under the carpet and make as if it's okay. The pressure keeps building. Mind you, you have swept it, but you're not okay with it. You're just like, okay, for peace sake, let me just keep quiet. Because we feel that peace is when you keep quiet and you're disgruntled inside, but that's not true peace. True peace is when there's no reason for you to be angry. There's just this healthy atmosphere around. You sweep it under the carpet and you're disgruntled and the pressure keeps building. He does another thing or she does another thing, the pressure adds. You do another thing, the pressure adds. And sometimes when the pressure is so full, even in a container, put water in your freezer, fill it to the brim and close the bottle. When the water is iced, the bottle will break. That is the same thing that happens with us. When you've taken in so much, you will explode. And when you do it, you will not be friendly. So couples should learn how to communicate everything. There is no thing that is trivial. When your partner is trying to communicate something to you, please be respectful and listen to what they are telling you. Don't just start shouting, because when it builds, you may not be able to contain it. Next, surround yourself around people that are healthy for your relationship. I said something in one of my videos that before I was married, I heard someone said that married women should not make friends with, as well as married men, with single people. And I was offended. But when I got married, I understood the meaning of that statement. When you're around married people, especially those that have been married for years, and they share their experiences with you and how they have navigated over certain issues, it will help your relationship. The narrative of a married person is different from a narrative of a single person. Surround yourself. Just look for a couple that are thriving well in their marriage. That does not mean that they don't have problems. They have their own, but they have learned how to deal with it in a friendly way. You can surround yourself with those kind of people and constantly pick up good practices from them. It will help your relationship to grow. Next, please seek counsel. Sometimes, if your problems between the two of you are unable to solve it, look for a very neutral person, a counselor who will listen, who will guide you people in making healthy choices. Talk to the counselor what you are going through. The couple and the counselor can work in looking for very great solutions that can lead to a healthy marriage. Let's be intentional about these things, please. Let me state this as clearly as possible. Young couples learn de-escalation techniques. What do I mean by that? You see, when fire start catching in your house, one of you must look for a way to quench the fire rather than adding petrol to it. When you see that one person is angry, please, if you two are angry, teach your own self that you can also sit quiet. And when this person's old temper goes down, you start talking. Look for something that will calm you down. Because if you don't calm down yourself, you will do something and regret the next second. Look at this guy, Henry. This guy is almost going to prison. Because I hear civil society, people are clamoring for civil societies to arise and take this guy to prison, that he needs to be jailed. So please, let's help each other. This marriage thing is as easy as we want it to be and as difficult as we want it to be. Anyway, I hope that you have learned something. So please If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And of course, we want to hear from you, your comments. And please don't forget to subscribe and share to your neighbors. Neighbors. Until we meet again next time. Bye bye.